All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in BigBeerFundNation.com, your home for everything Muslim. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today we're basically, I don't know what to name this video yet. I don't know. I guess we're just going to be ranking every NBA team based on how they've been performing so far this year. So I don't know what to call it yet. I'll figure that out soon, but yeah, whatever. All right, so I want to make sure you guys do like, subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to not 80, so I'm at 90 subscribers now, and make sure you guys go join the Discord and the NFL Bracket Challenge in the community. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get it going. All right, so top of the tiers, you have the teams that are elite. Under that, you have the teams that are above average. Under that, you have the teams that are solid. Under that, we have the teams that under par. Maybe they could be fixed relatively easily, but they're just not performing well. And at the bottom of the tier list, you gotta have it. It is back. It is back for discussion. It is the horse shit teams. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and mix around this a little bit because I did not mix around since the last time I did this video. So let's just mix it around. Okay, all right. So let's start off with the Phoenix Suns. Suns are above average. I do think that team is above average. I do think that even though that team is kind of they're on a heater right now. They're on a heater. I like what the Suns have. They have a lot of offense that they can contain with their pieces. Their defense has been getting better. So I like the Suns a lot. I do think they're an above average team. They should be up here in the league, but I'm gonna put them right here in the above average. I just need to see a little bit more out of them. Next up, we got the Nuggets. Yeah, Denver's elite. I mean, it's just plain and simple. You're the defending champions, and we'll have one of the best records in basketball, have one of the best records in the Western Conference. I mean, it's just plain and simple. Denver is absolutely elite. All right, next up, we got the Cavs. I'm gonna go above average. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna mix this up a little bit, but anyway, because we have a couple of because we have a couple teams on here I don't want to talk about, but the Cavs they're above average. They're definitely above average for sure. I like what we've been seeing out of the Cleveland Cavaliers these last couple of days. Their defense has been amazing. They're kind of like Phoenix, they're on a hot streak right now. They're on the streaker, so definitely these two teams have a lot. And I probably should have ranked these two teams at the same time because they're basically performing like the same right now. Both offenses are dynamic. Both defenses have been stepping up after being terrible at the beginning of the season. Yeah, these two teams are on heaters. All right, next up we got the Pistons. Yeah, they're worship. They are absolutely ass. They're just not a good basketball team. I believe they have the worst record in basketball. I think they only won like 5 games so far this year. I mean, it's just absolutely atrocious. I mean, the Pistons are just fucking horrible. All right, next up we got my Lakers. Listen, okay, I'll be honest. We should be up here and above average in the league. Like coming into the season, that's what I thought we would be. How we're performing right now is solid. I think the Lakers are just solid. Listen, I like my boys a lot, but we just haven't been playing good basketball, at least in my opinion, from my expectation. And we're just sitting around 500 now. Like, we're not going above 500 or under 500. We're just consistently staying above around 500. So this is the exact definition of solid. As a matter of fact, the Lakers are the exact definition of solid right now. All right, next up we got the Spurs. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Even though Victor has been playing well down there, they're still ass. They're still horseshit. I mean, but it's not really their fault. I mean, in a couple futures, they're gonna get better. They're gonna get better as a team. I know that they have a lot of star power over there, where I think they compete and win games. Just right now, even though how Victor's just been playing really well down there, and I do really like their young core. It's just right now they're ass. All right, next up we got the Jazz. The Jazz were down here at the start of the season. I will say that the Jazz were horseshit at the start of the season, but now they're definitely a solid basketball team. They're definitely solid. I mean, they definitely worked their ways around it. We're starting to see that Utah Jazz team that we have seen to beat last season. So definitely a solid team over there in Utah. All right, next up we got Philly. When they're healthy, they're elite. But for right now, I think I'm going to put them in above average. But you could absolutely make an argument that they probably should be in the elite category. I mean, listen, it just comes down to, I don't know, it just comes down to Philadelphia, It's just, do you guys put them in the lead or not? I mean, I can see it going either way, but I think they're above average right now. All right, next up we got the Timberwolves. Timberwolves are elite. I think they have the best record in the Western Conference right now. The team has been balling. Anthony Edwards has been balling. Like the whole team has just been balling, man. Anthony Towns been balling. Just shit. A whole bunch of teams have been balling, man. They've been playing some good basketball. They're really. All right, next up we got the Pelicans. I don't know what. I don't think I really have been paying attention about the Pelicans about what they are record wise. But I don't think their team is bad. I think their team is also really good. Now I know they've been kind of a cold streak, but yeah, this team is still above average. I still really like the Pelicans a lot. All right, next up we have Atlanta. I don't know what to say about Atlanta, dude. I don't know what to say about them. I'm gonna go under par because they probably should be playing a little bit better for basketball, and they're like sitting 8 games under 500 right now. I mean, it's fine, but I just think the Hawks are a little bit under par. You know, they should be playing better basketball, but they're not. All right, next up we got the Knicks. Let's go above average here. Listen, the Knicks are a really good damn basketball team too. They kind of been on a hot streak too, as well as Cleveland and Phoenix. Just with Knicks, I just like their team a lot. I like Julius Randle, like RJ Bates not on that team anymore, but I like what they got from the trade. Whoever they got from the trade, and can't think of it right now. I like Jalen Brunson, he's been playing well. I actually like that. I like the Knicks team a lot. I got an above average comfortably. All right, next up we got Miami. I don't know what to say about the Heat right now. They're on a big losing streak right now, and it's just bad to watch. But I refuse to believe that this team is just solid. I think this team still has a little bit more up in them. So we're going to go above average for now. But you could definitely make an argument that they should be down here in solid how the way they're performing right now. But listen, they need time to find their identity now with Terry Rozier in there. They need some time, man. Don't I'm not gonna panic about Miami. I think they're definitely above average team when it's all said and done. But they just need a little bit more time to generate with their offense. Come on, be patient with Miami. They're gonna be good. All right, next up we got the Kings. Yeah, definitely above average. Another above average team. Like their offense, like De'Aaron Fox a lot. The offense, I think they have one of the best offenses in basketball. Their defense definitely has been picking it up these last couple weeks. I just really like the Kings right now. I really like them. They're above average for sure. All right, next up we got the Clippers. I'm honestly putting the Clippers in the elite, dude. They've been performing like the best team in basketball over the last couple weeks. And listen, James Harden, they get off to a slow start. Now they're on a heater. Yeah, this team is just absolutely insane. But I think the Clippers are absolutely elite. So when the Clippers fan, make sure you say it when you talk about my Lakers, not giving them respect. Of course I give respect to the Clippers. I hate them, but I'll give you respect that you deserve. All right, next we got the Thunder. Yeah, I think the Thunder elite too. Listen, you listen. The Thunder OKC is really good. They have one of the better. What are they? What are they? I think they're like third or second in the Western Conference right now. Yeah, the Thunder are absolutely elite. They're a really good basketball team. All right, after that we got the Bucks. Yeah, the Bucks are elite. They're like powerhouses in the Eastern Conference, and there's another team that we'll talk about in the Eastern Conference who are also powerhouses, but yeah, the Bucks are still elite. They're still the elite team that we all know and love. All right, next up we have the Hornets. Yeah, they're ass. The Hornets are terrible. I mean, it's just plain and simple. I think one of the Hornets only won 10 games this year, sitting like 13th or 14th in the East right now. Yeah, this team is just not good. They're just not good. I don't care. Melo Ball's been playing. I don't care. This team is ass. All right, next up we got the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies, they're kind of under par right now. Listen, I wouldn't call the Grizzlies ass because they still have enough bench players to get over the hump a little bit. But John Moran's injury did definitely kick y'all in the ass couple there. And definitely during his suspension earlier, that kind of kicked y'all ass into. But I just feel I can't call you ass because you have guys like Desmond Bain or Jaren Jackson Jr. who can give you some really good stuff off the bench. And you guys do have a good bench unit too. So I'm not going to call you ass, but I will call you under par for now. All right, next up we have Washington. Yeah, Washington's ass. I mean, it's just plain and simple. I mean, I know I keep saying that for every single horse team, but come on, just look at the team. The team is awful. I mean, besides Jordan Poole, who's not really been playing this year, but besides him and Kyle Kuzma, the Wizards just have nothing, man. They just have absolutely nothing. All right, next up we have Houston. Dude, there's a really good story here with Houston. Houston is definitely a solid team. Listen, Houston's really good at home, but they're horrible on the road. So I guess that explains simple enough. Plus, I just like the team in general. You know, you got Rodgers Jr. He's been playing well. I like Segun's game a lot for Houston. I really do. I just think they're a solid team. They're not a bad basketball team at all. All right, next up we got the Bulls. The Bulls have definitely been solid. Listen, the Bulls have been playing some better basketball as of late, and I definitely will respect the Bulls. I do. I don't think they're a bad basketball team. I think they're a very good, talented, decent team. All right, after that we got the Dallas. We got the Dallas. Dallas is definitely above average. I love Luka. Luka's been on the tear this year. You can make an argument he might be on the MVP conversation. I like the whole team. I like Kyrie Irving in there. I just like their bench too. Their bench has also been a huge impact of their success so far. I like them. They go in above average comfortably for me. All right, next we got the Pacers. I'm putting the Pacers in above average, man. Their offense is so much fun to watch, and then once they get Pascal Siakam back in the rhythm, they get Tyrese Halliburton back. This team is definitely going to be a problem. So the Pacers, they're definitely an above average team. All right, next up we got Golden State. Under par. Definitely not going to call this team ass because I'm not going to count this. I'm not going to count them out. But for right now and how the season went and how they're performing right now is definitely under par, and it definitely is kind of shocking. All right, next up we have Toronto. Yeah, Toronto's also kind of under par here, but listen, it's not their fault. I'm not gonna blame Toronto for it, but it just is what it is. I mean, they're kind of under par. I mean, I do like your players. I like your team a lot, but I like Scotty Barnes. I like Dennis Schroeder. But besides that, I don't think you guys really have a lot of weapons to get through teams. All right, next up we got the Trailblazers. Yeah, they're awful. They're awful. Besides besides DeAndre Ayton and I don't know, just the Blazers are just horrible. I mean, it's just that simple. All right, next up we have Boston. Well, normally I can only have five in the league, but I'm gonna put Boston. Well, of course I'm gonna have to put Boston in the league. What are they? They have the best record in basketball. Like this team is the number one team in basketball right now, record wise. I mean, it's just absolutely insane how good Boston is right now. All right, next up we got the Magic. Once again, there's a good story here with the Magic. They were up here with above average, but I still think the Magic are solid. I mean, the Magic are on a losing streak, and they're kind of like Miami right now. They were on a kind of a losing skid, but I know from the fact that this team is still solid. This team still has definitely a good roster to build around. I think they're a really solid team right now. All right, and last but not least, we got the Brooklyn Nets. Listen, here's another interesting story about Brooklyn. I know they've been struggling. I know they haven't really found their ways in these last couple weeks, but I refuse to believe that Brooklyn is a bad team. I don't mind it. I don't blame it for a second. I know they're 19-27 right now, not looking too good, but deep down, I think this team is solid. I do think they're very solid. They have a lot of guys that you can turn into every night and then every night now. All right, and that is going to do it for today's video, guys, of me ranking every NBA team so far. So make sure you guys do like and subscribe right here to the channel. And without further ado, this is BB here, SonOfANation.com. Peace out. We'll see you guys in the next one.